Okay, starting with arrays, like what do you mean by array? Why do you need array? What is the speciality of it? Okay, that is all we are going to see it. Let's say you have declared something like int a. All of you know that int is a data type and a is a variable. Int is a data type, a is a variable. Once you have taken any variable, okay, of specific type, in that variable you can store a single value in it. You cannot store more than one value in it. But you can make multiple assignments, something like a equal to 10, a equal to 20, and a equal to 30, something like this is valid. But what will happen finally? Which value will be stored? But a can store only one value. When you say a equal to 10, 10 will be stored in a. When you say a equal to 20, 10 will be replaced with a new value 20. When you say a equal to 30, 30 will be replaced with new value. 30 will be replaced. 20 will be, sorry, 20 will be replaced by 30. Okay, that is what. So what I mean to say is whatever the latest value you have assigned in a, that value will be stored in a. Finally, if you take a variable, in that variable you can store only one value. But sometimes we have written so many programs like to find biggest of two numbers, biggest of three numbers kind of thing, where we'll be performing operations with the two numbers and three numbers kind of thing. In that situation, what you have to do? For each and every value, you need to consider a single variable, so that if you need to find out biggest of three numbers, to store three numbers into the memory, you need a kind of three variables, int a comma b comma c will be taking. Okay, that's fine. Three variables to store three values. That's okay. Then that is fine. It's good. Like you have separate variables for identification to when you are storing multiple values. Fine. Biggest of two numbers is okay. Biggest of three numbers okay. Let us say I need to find out biggest of 10 numbers. First thing, to find out biggest of three numbers, what is the difficulty you see here? You need to declare 10 variables. Big of 10 numbers. Okay, let's say even for biggest of 10 numbers also you can say a comma b comma c comma d comma e, something like that. Okay, first problem, declaring variables. Let's say this you can make it by saying int a comma b comma c comma something like that. You can declare 10 variables. Let us say you have declared 10 variables. After declaration of the variables, you need to store the values in it from the user. Enter 10 values. How do you say? A equal to scan.nestin, b equal to scan.nestin, c equal to scan.nestin, d equal to scan.nestin. Means for each and every variable you have to read the value. So biggest of 10 numbers, let us say it is fine. If it is biggest of 100 numbers, then declaring variables, you need to take 100 variables and reading the data. While reading the data also you need to say a equal to scan.nestin, b equal to scan.nestin, that you need to repeat it for 100 numbers. That is difficult. Okay, second step which is making us too difficult while writing the program is reading the data. 100 numbers is really difficult for reading the data into 100 variables. Let us say you read the data, variables are having values in it. So next step, what you need to do, you need to find out biggest of that numbers. If you have 10 numbers, if to check a is big, for example you have three numbers a, b, c, you need to say a greater than b and a greater than c. If this happen, you can say a is big for biggest of 3. Let's say if you have 10 numbers, a greater than d and a greater than e and a greater than f, something like that you need to write for other 9 numbers to validate to say A is big, something like that. This is for one number to say A is big. Again, if you say to say continue with B is big, else again you know B greater than A and B greater than C and B greater than D, something like that. B is big. You need to repeat the same for other numbers as well, other variables as well. So which means that reading of the data is very difficult, and finally performing calculation is also difficult. And whenever you would like to display all the values, what you need to do, you need to use system.out.println. System.out.println, you need to make sure that value, all 10 values to be displayed. Okay, that is also difficult. How? System.out.println A again plus B plus C, something like that. Displaying data also difficult. These are all the difficulty. Okay, now using arrays, all the difficulties which you are seeing will make so easy. So arrays resolve all these problems. That's what we're discussing. Arrays. What do you mean by array? Why do you need array? Array specifically to resolve these problems. Let us say what is array. An array is collection of elements An array is collection of elements are stored in continuous memory locations and all belongs to same type. Okay, very first thing, an array is collection of element. Okay, array is a variable. Array is nothing but a variable. Something like you say int a. Int a. A follows with empty square bracket is nothing but a array. And once you have taken array, array is a collection. You can store 100 elements or 200 elements or 300 elements. By following empty square brackets to array is indicating that A is an array type variable. Indication as array type. Okay, the advantage of making it as array type is you can store collection of elements. Okay, so and in general, when you declare a different variables like int a comma b and you say a equal to 10 and b equal to 20, a and b can be stored into the memory in different places because there is no relation between a and b. But when you say int a, for example, if array is collection of 10 elements, all 10 elements will be stored once besides another into the memory. It is easy to access the elements for compiler or JVM when you are using array. Okay, so here int a empty square bracket is indicating a as a array type. Okay, but where you are making sure that a should collect 10 elements or 100 elements or 30 elements. So for that you have to say something like that, a equal to int a empty square bracket is indicating that a as array type. Once you declare array variable to construct the array, to construct the array with the specific number of values, you have to use a equal to new int. Int is a data type. Wherever, whatever the type you have declared for the array reference at the time of declaration, indication, the same type you have to use new space int, and again a square bracket follows with the specific size. It can be 100 or 200 or 10. If it is 10, then your array A will be able to store 10 values in it. If you say 100 here, it will be able to store 100 values in it. Okay, that is what the construction of array. Let's say it is indicating that very first thing, I just want to make you sure that the difficulties to be resolved here. The first difficulty you are facing is declaring the variables. Here, when you need 100 values to be stored into the memory, you need not to declaring, you do not require of declaring 100 variables. Okay, you can declare a single variable and make sure that you can store 100 values in it. Very first thing, declaration of variable. This part is resolved using array with a single two steps. Let us say you can do that two steps in a single step as well, that we'll see it. Okay, declaration of a variable for a group of data is resolved. Okay, let's say by saying a equal to new int of 10, you can store 10 values into the memory. That's fine. Okay, but how do you make an identification for each and every value? Now, in the previous situation, if you have a different variables for each and every value, something like int a comma b comma c comma d comma e, in that situation, you have an identification for the value you are stored into the memory, something like a is the one value, b is second value, c is third value, something like that. Okay, but in this situation, as you were saying, a equal to new int of 10, all 10 values will be stored into the a. As I told previously, in a variable, you can store only one value. Even if you try to store three values, even the final value here, final value will be stored in the memory. But what I am saying here is, here you have only one variable, but you are saying that to store 10. 10 values will be stored. But how do you identify the values? The name will be A only, correct? How do you identify? To identify, array is having indexing position. Something like array indexing position start from 0 means first value stored into the memory in array you will be accessing as A of 0. Second value which is stored into the memory using array you will be accessing as A of 1. Next value a of 2, something like that. The final value you can access a of size -1, which is equal to 9. This is the final value. Means always the elements you have stored into the array you will be accessing with its dimensions, something like 0, 1, 2, 3, so on till size -1. Okay, accessing the elements. Okay, then what makes you difficult? Let us say you would like to perform calculation. Let us say you need to find out sum. In general, if you have 10 variables, if you would like to find out sum, how do you find out sum equal to a plus b plus c plus d, something like that. Okay, we'll see it. Before that, reading the data, let's say instead of reading, storing the data is difficult. Now I have an array int a equal to 10. I need to store 10 elements into the memory of array. Later I can access as a of 0, a of 1, something like that. First, before accessing it, I need to store some values in it. How do I need to? Means, as I mentioned, first value will need to be stored in a of 0, second value in a of 1. You have to use like this: a of 0 equal to scan dot next int, and a of 1 equal to scan dot next int. This way you have to do. But here if you can see, the same situation is repeated. Only here array is making that the declaration is making easy, but next time whenever you need to read the data, again you need to do it individual. It is very difficult, but if you can see, if you can observe the situation, if you can observe the situation here, this way you have to read all 10 values into the array. If you observe the readings there, all values are storing in A, only indexes are changing, so that you can replace the above difficulty as below. For something like int I equal to 0, I less than 10, now see that storing of the data became easy. This loop will be repeated 10 times. I equal to 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus. Each and every time when I is 0, it will read a value a of 0, scan dot next in. When I is 1, a of 1, scan dot next in. When I is 2, read the value and store in a of 2. When I is 3, a of 3. When I is 9, a of 9. That's it. If you need to read 100 values, just change the range from 10 to 100. Simple two-step code to read the data. This is a again two-step code to declare, two-step code for reading the data. So even for 100 values or 1000 values, this statement will be reading the data. So declaration of variables became easy and storing the data became easy. Later, if you'd like to display all the values which are there in the memory, then for that also you can use loop. For int I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, SOP display of 5. SOP of 5 displayed. Array values will be displayed into the memory once it's line by line. Individually, if you want to declare means SOP A, SOP B, SOP C. Instead of that, one SOP repetition for I. That's it. Now declaration became easy, storing the data became easy, displaying the data became easy. Then what would you like to do? Calculation. Let us say you have 10 numbers. 10 numbers addition you need to do. Again, take one loop. You know that this loop will be repeated 10 times. Okay, and anyway, to access the elements you have to use I value, a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, something like that. Simply sum equal to sum plus a of I. When I is 0, a of 0 will be added. When I is 1, a of 1 will be added. When I is 2, a of 2 will be added. Like that, all values will be added to sum. You got addition. Okay, what I mean to say is, when you are using an array to read the data, to display the data, to perform any calculation with the data, data is nothing but all elements I am referring. Whenever you need to perform with the all elements, then compulsory you need a loop. Without loop you cannot access the data. You can access the data, but you have to say it as individual dimensions. For example, if you need a fifth number which is stored into the memory, you can say a of 4. You can still access it individually, not an issue. But loop is referring to access all the elements of array. That is the important thing. Or else you can, if you'd like to access few elements, you can access it manually also. Okay, so now everything made easy. Declaring became easy, storing became easy, calculation became easy, and displaying the data became easy. Okay, so here what I am doing is to declare, to indicate A as array. I am using something like this, but you have some other mechanisms also, something like that. Int Any of this you can use to declare, not only a followed with n. But mind it, if you are, if you know C++ notation, this is wrong. This is wrong. You cannot specify any size at the time of declaring array variable. Array should be empty bracket. Then later you can say you have to specify size only with new, because when you say new, then only array will be constructed. Without new, int a square bracket is indicating that array variable of array type. That's it. Okay, so it will not bother about size there, but when you are constructing, definitely it needs a size. Okay, so that is what those who are having the background of C++ programming, make sure that C++ declarations of array is not allowed in Java. And even there are so many other OOPS languages came into market after Java, will follow the standard of Java. So a equal to new int of 10. Okay, and what does these three declarations mean? This is one thing. If you say something like that, int a empty square bracket comma b, which means that indicating as a indicating a as array type, that's fine. B is normal variable. B is not array. Okay, also same. What I mean to say is you can keep the square brackets before the variable or after the variable, anything doesn't matter. Here also a is array type, b is normal. The third one, let us say you have a, b, c, d, four variables, four are arrays. Then you need not to mention square brackets for each and every variable. You, to make sure that collective of variable to be array type, then you can use square bracket before besides int immediately. Okay, follows in a, b are array types. That is one important thing you need to understand here. A, b are array type. Okay, if we keep brackets over there. Okay, let us say this is declaring, this is constructing. Declaring and constructing in one step. Int a equal to new int of 5. Nothing but you marked it as a is array, can be stored 5 values in it, a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4 is the location where you can store the values. But later if you'd like to store the values, again loop a of 0, something like that. Okay, and one more thing you can do, you know, initialization. What is initialization? For example, if you have a single variable, at the time of declaring the variable you can decide the value. This is what initialization. But after declaring the value, if we say a equal to 10, that is not initialization, that is assigning. But if you have array int a, but at the time of declaring the array itself you'd like to initialize the values, some values, okay, then int a The size of array is 5 and you are initializing all 5 values of the array. And few values initialization. Int a, new int of 5, 10, 20, array size is 5. Out of that you have assigned only two values, a of 0 and a of 1. But still a of 2 and a of 3, a of 0 are not initialized and you can store values in it later whenever you need. And square brackets can be any side, don't worry about that. Initializing three values without mentioning, without whenever you don't mention a size here, the number of values you initialize, that will be the size of array. Means you cannot later, but here you have 5 initialized 2 values. So remaining 3 will be empty, later you can use for your purpose. But here, as you don't mention the size will be the number of initializations you made. Okay, so this is about initialization. But without construction, you cannot say something like this. This is C notation, which is wrong. Okay, you cannot do that. Let us see, I'm talking about memory locations. No. This is clear. Any questions anybody can ping me now. Any questions? No? Okay.